Hello there, welcome back to your Dad Gaming. Today, this is actually my second video of the day, but it is hopefully the first in a series of many that I'm going to do on this channel. And it is to do with this Glencairn glass. And those of you who recognise a Glencairn glass, it's going to come as no surprise what my new series is going to be all about. And it's going to be about whiskey. I love whiskey. I blame my father for that. Yeah, I love whiskey, all the different types. And I've kind of fallen in love with whiskey again very recently, and it's something that I kind of wanted to to get out there. I know that when I look for a whiskey that I haven't tried, I always YouTube, see what people say about it, and find out whether or not it's something that I'm gonna like or not. So instead of wasting 40 quid minimum on a bottle of whiskey, you could be spending hundreds. There's be nothing worse than you spending your hard-earned money and on a bottle of whiskey that you're not going to like. So here we go. This is episode 1 of my whiskey review series. And the first whiskey that I'm gonna, you probably recognize the top here, any Irish whiskey drinkers out there. This is Connemara Peated. It's a single malt, and it is the only Irish peated whiskey on the market. Well, I say only. I did see that Teeling have just this month just released a peated, so I'm wrong there. But this has been, up until very recently, the only peated Irish whiskey. And as you can see, I'm enjoying this bottle. And here we go. This is it's made at Kilbeggan, and it's by Cooley. I'm not big into all the facts. If you want to know facts about whiskies and what a single malt is, what a single pot still, all this kind of stuff, you're in the wrong. You're looking at the wrong videos here. This is going to be me tasting some whiskey and letting you know what I think, and as I say, trying to let you know whether you're going to like it or not. So here we go. Now you can smell the peat, you can smell the smoke pretty much straight away. This is not like an Islay whiskey. It's not like one of those, like an Ardbeg or a Lagavulin or any of those. It's not like that. The smoke doesn't jump out of the glass. Certainly not like an Octomore, from what I gather. An Octomore is has the highest what's it called, ppm, peat parts per million or something like that, of any Scotch. It's like the ultra peated Scotch, but this is very light. The peaty smoke smell, it's really light. I get the smoke. I can smell the wood from the barrel. It's very light. The smoke is light. It's like, I think they describe it as a floral, like floral notes, you know. But I really get the smell of the honey from this whiskey. Every time I drink this, that's what I smell. I smell the honey and I smell the smoke. There's some kind. Maybe my palate might not be cleansed after, because I've had a couple of other whiskies before this, and I'm going to go into those as well on the channel. I've had Green Spot, and I have had one from Roe and Co, and they both have an appley taste and an appley smell. And even though this is a fresh new glass, I'm smelling apple. And that is something that I've learned since I've started, on this kind of whiskey journey, not to sound like an idiot, but like, tasting different whiskies. I've learned that, you might have whatever you eat or whatever you drink before you try a whiskey will affect the taste and even the smell of that whiskey. I'm going to do this as well. That's supposed to kind of, I did that beforehand. Your own smell is supposed to kind of neutralize your sinuses or whatever, your sense of smell. But I am still getting an appley smell. So it's honey. It is a light smoke, not a heavy smoke, as I say. It's very light, and the honey and the smoke and the apple, it would be the three things that I'm getting. I'm going to try now, have a taste. Oh yeah. On the palate, no apple, but the smell of the honey comes through into the palate. You taste the honey. I taste vanilla. I taste like a butterscotch. It's not like a Redbreast 12 or say a Powers Gold or a Yellow Spot, something like that, where it's a real dense butterscotch taste, in my opinion anyway. But it's very mild, and the smoky taste is very, very mild on the palate. I'll just have another taste. There's a spice. There's some sort of a spice. I don't know, like a nutmeg or it doesn't, not like as cloves, not like a cinnamon, but something, maybe a nutmeg, something that you get in baking, like a nutmeg. I think that comes from the wood. I'm just going to actually see what it says on here. Just nothing really. Peated single malt. Yeah, nothing really of interest on the bottle. The percentage, by the way, 40% ABV, so 80 proof. So that is basically your as low as it can go. So I don't know what percentage that would have been coming out of the cask, but they've watered it down to 40. Just the finish of the whiskey then, and I'm getting the same. I'm getting the honey, and I'm getting the peat. I mean, the smoky taste is very. It just lingers in your mouth. It lingers on the tongue. The whiskey itself is not oily. I wouldn't say it was an oily whiskey. It's pretty light. But if you don't like Scotch, let's say if you've had an Islay whiskey, you're gonna love, or if you enjoy Islay whiskies, you're gonna love this because it's a nice blend, a nice marriage between Irish and Islay. So it's got kind of some of the characteristics of an Islay whiskey. It's not briny, and it's not salt, like a salt water taste, but it does have that smoke. It has that smoke, and that smoky taste is stunning. It is. It's light. It's really approachable. If you have had, as I say, an Islay whiskey and you didn't like it, you liked the idea of it, but you're more of an Irish whiskey drinker, then this is for you. It's nowhere near as bold. It's not oily. As I say, it's very approachable, and it's got all the characteristics of an Irish whiskey, bar the peat. I'm getting like a... Sorry, 1 second. It's almost like almonds on the finish. It's very it's kind of a nutty finish. Again, I don't know what barrels even that these were aged in. I would say probably bourbon barrels, maybe. It's kind of got a... I can take, you're getting the wood and the spice, as I say, like a nutmeg, but in behind that, there is like a nutty, an almond, something like that. Something I just can't put my finger on. Would I recommend this whiskey? I mean, I got that whiskey for €20. Now, for €20, you can't beat that with a big stick. That's insanely good value for €20. And definitely, you should try this at least once in your lifetime. It's beautiful. It's a stunning Irish whiskey, and it is not your run-of-the-mill Irish whiskey. It has that little bit extra, which I think it's fantastic. That's probably a €60 bottle for €20. You would pay that. You really would. It's that good. But that's it. That is my review. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this, because I have probably about 20 bottles of whiskey, and I need to review them and get a video done on each and every one of these before I end up, they're dead soldiers, and I'm not going to be able to do it. So there you go. Number one down. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've had the whiskey, and let me know your thoughts on the whiskey. As I say, if you're new to the channel, press that subscribe button, because you're going to get more whiskey talk on here. It's Friday evening now, and I might do it once a week. I might do it once every Friday. Maybe even more often than that. I don't know. But don't forget, subscribe, press the bell, notifications, so you don't miss out on another interesting whiskey review from the Bearded One. And don't forget to, as I say, share it with your friends, comment, anything at all. Help me make this channel grow. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and as usual, take it easy. Oh, and maybe I might have a different catchphrase for this one. Sláinte. Take it easy.